Top 2 most valuable and ultra-rare US Washington and state dollars, the most iconic coins in American numismatic history. These US Washington and state dollars has seen various modifications over the decades. Among the many interesting variants are era US Washington and state dollars, which arise from mistakes during the minting process. The US Washington and state dollars are such notable variants. The 1966 Washington State Quarter is part of the Washington Quarter series, which was first issued in 1932 to honor George Washington's 200th birthday. The Washington Quarter design was crafted by sculptor John Flanagan and has remained largely unchanged for decades. However, there are certain years, including 1966, when the coin's production, distribution, and unique characteristics make it more interesting to collectors. In this article, we will explore the rarity, value, and the factors contributing to the 1966 Washington Quarter's significance within numismatics. Understanding the Washington Quarter series. Before delving into the specifics of the 1966 Washington Quarter, it's important to understand the history of the Washington Quarter series. The U.S. Mint began producing the Washington Quarter in 1932, replacing the previous standing Liberty Quarter. This coin was initially struck to commemorate George Washington's 200th birthday. Designed by John Flanagan, the coin has featured Washington's left-facing bust on the obverse, with the eagle and the words E pluribus unum and quarter dollar on the reverse. Throughout its history, the coin has undergone few design changes, though minor modifications have occurred over the years. The coin's features. The 1966 Washington Quarter shares the same design as other coins in the series. Let's take a closer look at its key features. Obverse, front features a profile of George Washington, the first President of the United States. Around the edge, it reads Liberty above, and In God We Trust below, with the year of minting, 1966, to the right of Washington's image. Reverse, back displays an eagle in flight, with its wings spread, clutching arrows and an olive branch in its talons. The reverse also bears the words United States of America, E pluribus unum, and quarter dollar. Composition. The 1966 Washington Quarter was struck in a composition of 90% silver and 10% copper. This remained standard until the coinage changes in 1965, which saw a reduction in the silver content for later quarters. Diameter. The coin has a diameter of 24.3 millimeters. Weight. The 1966 Quarter weighs approximately 6.25 grams. Rarity and mintage of the 1966 Washington Quarter. In terms of rarity, the 1966 Washington Quarter is generally considered a common coin. However, there are factors that influence how rare or valuable any particular 1966 Quarter can be. One of the primary factors is the mintage, or the number of coins produced in a given year. To understand this better, let's first review the mintage figures for 1966. The total mintage of the 1966 Washington Quarter was substantial. Philadelphia Mint, no mint mark 1,142,139,680. Denver Mint, D mint mark 1,260,000,000. San Francisco Mint, proofs only 3,234,991. These mintage figures make the 1966 Quarter a relatively common coin in terms of availability, especially when compared to more rare coins in the Washington Quarter series. However, some VA. Relatively common coin in terms of availability, especially when compared to more rare coins in the Washington Quarter series. However, some variations and specific conditions of the 1966 Washington Quarter can have a higher value, depending on the specific attributes of the coin. Factors affecting the value of the 1966 Washington Quarter. Despite the large mintage numbers, several factors influence the value of a 1966 Washington Quarter. These factors include: condition. Grade. The condition of a coin is one of the most significant factors in determining its value. Coins are graded based on their wear and tear, and the grading system ranges from poor to perfect. Commonly used grading scales for coins include the 1 to 70 scale, with 70 being a perfect coin, known as the MS-70, Mint State 70. For the 1966 Washington Quarter, coins in higher grades such as MS-65 or MS-66 can command higher prices. Most circulated 1966 quarters will fall in the range of VF, very fine, to XF, extremely fine. Mint marks and locations. The mint mark of a coin indicates where it was struck. While the Philadelphia Mint produces coins without a mint mark, coins struck at the Denver Mint are marked with a D, and proof coins made at the San Francisco Mint feature a S. The 1966 quarters with the D's mint mark are generally more common than those without a mint mark, but there is little significant premium for mint mark varieties unless the coin is in a higher grade. Proof coins are specially made for collectors and have a different finish from standard circulation coins. They are struck multiple times to create a mirror-like surface and high detail. The proof quarters from the San Francisco Mint in 1966 are rarer than regular circulation coins, and they can be significantly more valuable in pristine condition. Errors and varieties. Like other years in the Washington Quarter series, the 1966 coin saw a small number of minting errors. While errors are generally quite rare, they can be highly valuable to collectors. For instance, doubling or misaligned dies may produce coins with unique features. A 1966 quarter that feat. The 1969 AD Washington State Quarter dollar, value and rarity in the modern market. The 1969 AD Washington Quarter, minted in Denver, is one of the many quarters in the United States coinage history that has piqued the interest of coin collectors and enthusiasts. While it might seem like just another coin in the collection, the 1969 AD Washington Quarter holds value, especially when considering factors such as rarity, condition, and demand. In this article, we will explore the historical background of the 1969 AD Washington Quarter, its place in numismatics, its current value in the market, and factors that contribute to its worth today. 1. Historical context of the Washington Quarter. To understand the significance of the 1969 AD Washington Quarter, it's important to first explore the history of the Washington Quarter itself. The Washington Quarter was first minted in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. Designed by sculptor John Flanagan, the obverse of the coin features a left-facing portrait of George Washington, the first President of the United States. The reverse depicts an eagle, which was later replaced by a rendition of the Washington coat of arms in 1999 as part of the 50-state quarters program. By 1969, the Washington Quarter had already been in circulation for over 30 years, during which time it had undergone significant changes. In 1965, the U.S. Mint began producing quarters with a reduced silver content due to a nationwide silver shortage. Prior to 1965, quarters were composed of 90% silver and 10% copper, but from 1965 onward, the quarters were made from a clad composition of copper and nickel. This shift had a major impact on the coin's intrinsic value and rarity. By the time the 1969 AD Washington Quarter was minted, the U.S. government was producing these quarters in large quantities, which would later affect their availability and worth in the long term. 2. The 1969 AD Quarter's mintage and initial value. The 1969 AD Washington Quarter was minted in Denver, and like most other quarters produced in the 1960s, it was struck in large quantities. A total of approximately 295 million 1969 AD Washington quarters were produced, which makes it a relatively common coin in terms of mintage numbers. At the time of its release, the 1969 AD quarter was worth just 25 cents, as it was intended for circulation and use as legal tender. The fact that the 1969 AD Washington Quarter was minted in such large numbers, however, typically means that it wouldn't be a rare or highly valuable coin for collectors seeking rare items. When compared to other coins with lower mintage figures or special attributes, such as errors or unique compositions, the 1969 AD Washington Quarter could be seen as a more standard example from the era. 3. Factors that influence the value of the 1969 AD Washington Quarter. While the mintage of the 1969 AD Washington Quarter was high, there are several factors that can affect the value of any given example today. The most important of these are condition and grade, varieties and errors, market demand, historical significance. Each of these factors plays a crucial role in determining how much a 1969 AD Washington Quarter is worth in today's coin market. 4. Condition and grade, the key to valuing coins. The condition of a coin is often the most important factor in determining its value in the collector's market. Coins are graded using a standardized system called the Sheldon scale, which ranges from 1, poor condition, to 70, perfect mint state. A higher grade indicates that the coin has been well preserved and is free from significant wear, scratches, or other imperfections. The 1969 AD Washington quarter, like many other coins, can be found in a wide range of conditions. Coins that are in higher grades, such as those that have been preserved in mint condition, will typically be worth more than those with wear and tear from circulation. Collectors often seek out coins with the following grades. MS63 to MS65, mint state. These coins are in nearly perfect condition, showing only very light marks or imperfections. The higher the grade within this range, the more valuable the coin becomes. -50 Australian dollars to -58 Australian dollars, almost uncirculated coins that show very little wear but may have slight abrasions or light contact marks. These coins are often still sought after by collectors. XF40 to XF45, extremely fine. These coins are still in excellent condition, but they will show more signs of wear compared to higher grade coins. Coins in this range might still be worth more than those in lower grades due to their relatively good state. VGs8 to F12, very good to fine coins that have seen significant circulation and show moderate wear. These coins will be worth much less than those in higher grades. When it comes to the 1969 AD Washington quarter, coins in mint state, MS63 or higher, will fetch a much higher price than those in lower grades. It's important for collectors to pay attention to the details and examine the coin for wear, scratches, or damage that could impact its grade and, by extension, its value. 5. Varieties and errors, rarity and the collector's eye. In the world of coin collecting, error coins and special varieties can command significantly higher prices than standard, unaltered coins. While the 1969 AD Washington quarter doesn't have any widely known or unique errors that make it especially rare, it's still worth examining any potential varieties or minting defects. Some collectors focus on minor variations in the design, such as differences in the size of the lettering or the placement of certain details on the coin. However, it's important to note that the 1969 AD quarter isn't known for having major varieties or errors, so it doesn't generally